Hey, what's up, everybody? We got a live for you guys, man. We got a breaking story for you guys. We got a breaking story here for you guys, man, that I can't even believe we're discussing. So I'm gonna allow everybody to catch up to this live. We're gonna be talking about Ja Morant getting suspended again. Ja Morant has been suspended yet again for showing another weapon on Instagram Live. It is absolutely unbelievable. So I'm gonna give everyone like a minute or two to catch up to this live, and then we're going to get into this story here. Make sure you guys check in and let us know where you guys are coming in from. This is an unbelievable story. Unbelievable. 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 Let's give it like another minute and we'll get into this story right quick. I'm sure a lot of you guys are just absolutely disgusted by this story. But a lot of people got a lot of explaining to do. A lot of people got a lot of explaining to do with this particular story. Let me give it like another 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then we'll get into what we're talking about. Make sure you check in and let us know where you're coming in from. Somebody asking what happened. Ja Morant has been suspended for yet again flashing a weapon on Instagram Live. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I got all of my sources here for you guys. So let's give it like another 30 seconds here while people catch up to this live. Let me get all the news information here. So many different sources. Okay, let me get into this story here. I was actually just sitting down relaxing. As y'all know, it's my day off. And I do my very best to do absolutely nothing on Sundays and on the weekend. Then all of a sudden, I get a notification to my phone saying, breaking news, Grizzlies suspend Ja Morant from all team activities after another viral video appears to show him holding a gun. And I was like, you can't be serious. This actually cannot be true. So what do? I jump online and I search for Adrian Wojnarowski on Twitter, and on his Twitter page, y'all can look at it right here. It is saying, "Is Grizzlies suspend Ja Morant from all team activities." This is a media release from the Memphis Grizzlies now. This is not from Adrian Wojnarowski. This is not from your mans on the block. This is not from the YouTuber up the street. This ain't from some dude somewhere. This is from the Memphis Grizzlies. Their statement reads, "We are aware of the social media video involving Ja Morant. This is on May 14th, 2023, for immediate release. He is suspended from all team activities pending league review. We have no further comments at this time." I then went to go look for the video to see Ja Morant, to see whether or not he actually did this. And I found a video. You guys can, it's on TMZ, it's on so many different websites. He's in a car with one of his friends. I think he's listening to, I think the person he's listening to is NBA Youngboy, right? NBA Youngboy. And they're there listening to this music, and apparently he flashes something. And then his man that he's driving with actually does this in the video. And that's the video that's now being reported to, I believe, the league office, the Memphis Grizzlies, and ultimately they now release this. I'm not making this up. You can even check on Bleacher Report. It's right there. Ja Morant has absolutely lost his mind. Let me tell you guys, I'm going to take my time with this live. Although it's a Sunday, I'm not supposed to be working. But you see, I'm going to get it off on this live. Over the last few months, when the story came out initially, if you go back and look through some of our shows, I was trying to have kind of a nuanced conversation about this. I wasn't trying to slam the guy because he's a young guy. I think Ja Morant is about 20. How old is Ja Morant? Let me see. Ja Morant. I don't think Ja Morant can be any older than 20. Let me see. 25 years old. Ja Morant, okay, 23 years old. He's going to be 24 in what is it? In this year, this August. I was like, nah, let's take a nuanced approach. Let's not bash the guy. You know, we don't understand his all of these different things. And I tried to give him grace and not be one of the people that piles on. I was not trying to be one of those people because I didn't believe that that's the best way you reach through, you get through to a younger guy. When you kind of beat the guy down, chances are he's not going to be open to listening to what you're saying. But if you approach it with a situation from a standpoint of understanding, a standpoint of love, that's how you get through. So what happened? After the first video came out at the strip club, after all of the drama that went on, after how it affected his team, Ja Morant, because there's a dereliction of duty here, not just on Ja Morant's part, not just on Ja's team's part, but also on the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies have a role to play in all of this. Why do I say that? Because initially, when the story broke, when they suspended him, they said that Ja was being put into some type of correctional facility or something like that, where he was going to enter into some type of therapy in Florida. In Florida. This is what the team said. And they said Ja was going to be away for some games. Happy Mother's Day to all. First of all, Ryan Powell, that's a very, very important statement. Happy Mothers to all everybody's mothers out there today. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys, family. If you have your parents with you, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Appreciate that. Very classy comment. Appreciate that. So they said that they're going to put him, he's going to attend this thing. He goes there for about a week. Then he comes out. And we're like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that all of the therapy is finished? And then Ja Morant then goes on ESPN to have an interview with Jalen Rose where he's like, yeah, I learned my lesson. And I gotta take it for myself. And it's now making me begin to believe that Ja Morant just rehearsed his answers. He just rehearsed his answers. And then what happened? Shannon Sharp was upset at Ja Morant. All of these guys were going off. All of these guys. Ja comes back. The Memphis Grizzlies come back, still talking trash. They go into the first round of the playoffs. They get smacked by the Lakers. Ja even admits at the end of that what he did was a distraction to the team. Thank you so much for the comment. And what he played a role in dismantling the cohesion of the team. We understand this. Fantastic. Then the Memphis Grizzlies get eliminated. We don't hear from them again. And then now we hear this. Let me tell y'all something. As somebody that grew up in the Bronx, New York, that grew up not really around hood dudes because I wasn't like no gangster, nothing like that. But I lived very close to them, knew a lot of gang members. So I understood the lingo. I know how dudes move. I know all of these different things. So I can spot a particular type of guy just by looking at him, by being in that environment, growing up in the Bronx and also in Yonkers. So it's nothing alien to me. And let me tell you guys something. Let me tell y'all something. After Ja Morant was allowed to come back to Memphis Grizzlies games, and the Memphis Grizzlies won one of those games, and at the end of the game, one of his teammates was being interviewed, and Ja Morant came into the interview, and he said It's a parade in my city, yeah. I said, this nigga didn't learn a damn thing. I'm sorry I got to use the word, but it's the best way to describe my emotion. He did not learn a damn thing. He was straight up there capping. He was basically telling people what he wanted to hear so he could go back to do exactly what the hell he's always been doing. He was lying. He was lying. In that interview, a lot of people were like, Ja Morant looks like he's trying to hold back a laugh right now. He was clearly lying. Because I said to myself, I said, but yo, hold up. Son just said, I went through all of these different procedures in Florida. I'm a changed man, all of these different things. And then you see your teammate having an interview and you walk in the interview talking about it's a parade in my city, yeah? I'm like, are you crazy? Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? Who you know that does something like that? This is ridiculous. Guns are legal, obviously, depending on the state. But if legal in the state, then what are we talking about? Overreaction Sunday? Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. I appreciate the comment. You're 100% wrong. You are 100% wrong. And I'll tell you why. If your need to bear a weapon or firearm in the case of a Ja Morant outweighs your job and the potential to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, if that outweighs what you could possibly lose, you are a flat out idiot. You are a flagrant fool. You're a fool who jeopardizes hundreds of millions of dollars because I want to show you I'm really about it. Who? You are a fool. Even the dudes that's from the street, if they was actually next to a dude like that, they will probably touch him up. They'll probably beat him up like, yo, son, what's wrong with you? You trying to be like us? You already got the bag. You don't need to be doing that when you got us. Number one. Number two, get security. What are you really doing? You're bearing a firearm for who, my guy? For who? Okay, you brandishing in the video, and so what? What are you accomplishing right now? You about to go spin the block? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, you want to show dudes that you're gully. Okay, so what you gonna do? What's Ja Morant gonna do? He gonna drive through Compton, LA? What is he gonna do? He gonna be driving through Baltimore? What are you gonna do? You gonna drive through the hoods of the Memphis streets? This is it. This is idiotic behavior. At first, I was trying to be like, nah, dude is not really like that. That's not really the type of time he's on. Let's give him some grace. Let's not be so judgmental. Let's just take it easy. But in this particular case, there's no defense for this. Ja's lucky that David Stern is in the current. He's absolutely lucky. There's no defense for this. There's no defense. There's no way to look at it, my guy. There's no way to look at it. No way. It's not about the state's policy. It's about your employer. Are you employed by, is Ja Morant employed by any state? No. He's employed by the Memphis Grizzlies. So why are we talking about what's allowed in this state and the next state? Why are we discussing this? This is a stupid conversation to be having. Okay, he's allowed to bear. So what? Your team is saying we're going to penalize you if you do. So what? The team needs to abide by the state law. It's their policy. It's the employer's policy. A state may say you have the right to bear an arm, but in a particular work environment, that office has the right to enforce the rule that no weapons are allowed within our premises. How is this complicated? Y'all saw what happened with Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas even went out on his platform and said, yo, Ja, bruh, you got to relax. This is somebody that actually was where Ja Morant was. Gilbert Arenas was a hell of a basketball player. Hell of a basketball player. When it comes to basketball, it's not even a discussion how good Gilbert Arenas. Nobody's even saying nothing about that. Nobody. But that decision that he made affected his career. So when you have somebody like that was in your exact position as a young guy in the league saying, Ja Morant, this summer, you need to work on your public image. Lay low. Stay out of trouble. Go in the lab and just lock in. Go in the lab and you see all these people talking about protect your Second Amendment. These people will not be sending Ja Morant a damn thing if he gets thrown out of the NBA. They're just talking. They are just talking. These people talk about protected. They're just talking. And please keep the political mumbo jumbo out of my comments, or you will be blocked. This is not Fox News. This is not CNN. Keep your political mumbo jumbo out of the comment section. I'm not interested in hearing that. Talking about some damn second right. Who is talking about that right now? Ja Morant is literally ruining his career. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Get him out. Now, Ja Morant, there's no defending him. There's no defending this dude. There's no defending this dude. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I knew something was wrong with that boy. He seems like he is not all there mentally. The elevator doesn't go all the way up. Appreciate the comment. The thing about Ja is this. Ja Morant is not a fool. Ja Morant is not a fool. He knows what he's doing. Unfortunately, he cannot leave the BS alone. He can't do it. And the irony is, every street dude I met, every street dude I ever met was trying to get away from that life. Every single one I met. If you really believe that street dudes are happy, always having to look over their shoulder, always trying to find a way to hustle to get to their next dollar, always under constant pressure, if you think that's something that they enjoy and they enjoy living that life and they wouldn't like to have millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to take care of themselves, take care of their kids, take care of their family, if you think they would rather be living in dangerous neighborhoods and daily risking their lives, you are a fool. Nobody wants to be in the hood if they could be outside the hood. Nobody wants to be in the projects, in pissy hallways, worrying about getting jumped in the hallway or whatever it is. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody. I never met the person. These dudes are looking for a way out. And there you have somebody who's making all this money and is doing everything to go where they're at. You tell me, does that make sense? You tell me. You think some of these dudes running around in the street, you think they really enjoy that? No, honestly, you really think they enjoy that? Who would enjoy something like that? You think if they couldn't find a better way, they wouldn't do it? You think they wouldn't? Guys are out here literally looking for anything to make a living that is legal. And here you are making legal money, hundreds of millions of dollars to play a game. Yet you want to be hanging around with dudes throwing up pistol signs in your lives. And some fools out there talking about, oh, we got to protect his Second Amendment, like a fool that the person has said it. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that this story about Ja Morant is true. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Ja Morant gives me Aaron Deers vibes. This kid is about to get a reality check. This is sad day for basketball. Great playoffs. And now this is unbelievable because this is going to dominate the headline. You better believe it. On Monday morning, the number one talking point will now be Ja Morant. Forget about the Lakers. Forget about the Nuggets. Forget about this team. Forget about that team. It's now going to be Ja Morant. I don't understand this dude. I don't know why Ja is trying so hard to ruin his career. And I don't know why he has people around him that are encouraging him. Why are you in the car with a dude throwing up pistol signs after you were just suspended for brandishing a weapon in a video? Why do you have somebody like that in the car with you? Why would somebody like that be in my presence? I don't understand that. It's like if I'm in a wrong neighborhood and I drive by somewhere and I tell you guys, hey man, I don't know this place very well, and I was wearing all blue and I drove into a blood neighborhood and they jumped me. Right? And then next time I tell them like, yo, this what happened. And then next time I'm driving in the car and I somehow end up in that neighborhood and this dude is wearing all blue next to me, you trying to put me in, you trying to get me hurt. What's wrong with you? Why would you have somebody like this around you? What type of company does Ja Morant keep? Who are the dudes this dude be hanging out with? Who are these people? And the reason we can't feel any sympathy for Ja Morant is because he's literally the only guy in the NBA doing this. It's not like as if we can point to 10 players of his level that's doing this. He's the only one. Zeno Omega, I lost a family member to gun violence 9 months ago. Ja doesn't realize that by flashing guns on social media shows immaturity, and he's promoting to young people that it's okay to party and have a gun. Ja has to be a better role model. Appreciate the comment. Thank you for that, Zeno. Hold on one second. Let me read this one. Kyrie took a stand against the league, state, and the world said, okay, he got punished financially. In the premise of your argument in Ja's case, Kyrie should have bowed down. It affects you financially. Man, no, it's not the same. No, it's not the same. Unless you're telling me, first of all, Kyrie was standing up for what he believes in. And you're not going to equate the level of seriousness of what Kyrie was talking about to this nonsense. You're not going to equate the two. And I got to ask you the question, what exactly is Ja Morant standing up for? Help me understand. You leave a $1 super chat, write as much as you want. You can make it 50 cents. And explain to me, what exactly is Ja Morant standing up for? What is he standing up for? What's the cause here? What's the play that we're running here right now? I know what Kyrie was talking about. Kyrie was talking about serious issues. What is Ja Morant talking about? What is he talking about? I got to say something else. Adam Silver. I think a lot of these NBA players are beginning to walk over Adam Silver. They have no respect for Adam Silver. Players like Ja Morant have absolutely no respect for Adam Silver. Absolutely no respect. If Ja Morant respected the commissioner of basketball, he would know that a serious penalty would be paid for doing something like this. Ja Morant knows nothing will happen. What investigation did the league run? What investigation? All I know is that the league knew they needed him out there in the playoffs because he brings a lot of eyeballs. Because he brings a lot of eyeballs. Why wasn't the league more tough on him? Why did they only leave the Memphis Grizzlies to punish him when clearly it looks like they did absolutely nothing? Why was he allowed to come out of that program that he went into after only a week? Why? What was the rush all about? Let me read the comment. Shannon Sharp tried to tell us who the real problem in Memphis is. Nike looks just as bad as Ja right now for dropping. I could not have said that any better. You want to tell me that Nike dropped Nike right now is somewhere kicking themselves. Nike drops Kyrie Irving for taking a quote-unquote political stand. They drop him, then they replace him with a guy that is now brandishing weapons in videos while being an endorsee of one of their products. And you're telling me that what Ja did is less egregious? Or you're telling me what Kyrie did is more egregious than what Ja Morant did? That's what y'all telling me? Y'all telling me what Kyrie did is so much worse? Y'all really telling me that? So y'all telling me Nike's cool with dudes running around here portraying thug life? That's not dangerous. It's not dangerous that we got young black dudes with tats, braids, running around flashing weapons on social media. That's not an issue because the imagery that portrays, that's no problem. As long as these black dudes are looking up to dudes running around here throwing up weapons, I don't see the harm in that. But if Kyrie Irving posts a link on social media where he did not say a mumbling word, this dude gets dropped. Congratulations to Nike. Y'all are really showing us what you prioritize. Money, and that's about all. If blacks end up looking bad in the process, so be it. Excuse me, there's a lot of rain outside. Excuse the rain. So be it. So be it. So what, he flashed the weapon? So what? So what, younger kids are going to be looking up to Ja Morant as a role model? So what? So what? But that what Kyrie did, we can't tolerate that. The hypocrisy here is alarming. Alarming. They dropped Kyrie but keeping this dude? Why would they keep Ja Morant? Why would they keep Ja Morant? Nike right now. How do you drop Kyrie for Ja Morant? Ja doesn't even care about Nike. He doesn't even care about Nike. You see, the people talking about, oh, Ja Morant, I don't see the reason for what he's doing. Do you realize that Ja Morant represents many different brands? Do y'all realize that? He represents the Memphis Grizzlies. He represents the companies that endorse him like Nike. So why would you mess that up? Again, proving that this is flat out stupidity. Any type of drama, any type of criticism, any type of whatever people say about Ja Morant, I'm not defending this dude no more. I am done defending it because he knows exactly what he's doing. He does not care. The moment he said in that post game when his friend was being interviewed, his teammate, and he said, "It's a parade in my city." Yeah, I knew that this dude, number one, did not learn a damn thing, and he don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. There's no defending this dude. There is no defending Ja Morant. None whatsoever. Shannon Sharp was 100% right, and he is going to roast him tomorrow. He is going to absolutely roast Ja Morant, and he will deserve every single one of them that he gets from Shannon Sharp. I cannot believe this dude. I cannot believe the people that this dude hangs around with. Somebody said what? Ja, bro. Do you know how many gang members in the NBA? Y'all thought Ja Morant was the only dude that was affiliated? There are dudes in the NBA that are affiliated that you will never know. They will never know. Why? Because they don't want to go around publicizing it. I mean, again, the late Commissioner David Stern would have. They absolutely wouldn't. A lot of dudes are not running around publicizing it. It's only this dude. There's so many dudes that are affiliated with different things, but they don't run around publicizing it. Why are they doing that? You know what you are. And as they say, real G's move in silence. They're not gonna be running around waving their hands in the air. Yo, I'm. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. I grew up around gang members. I know this. The only time they actually do that is when they have their flag in their pocket or on their wrist. Or maybe they got beads on. That's about it. But they're not walking around with a microphone like, yo, I'm this. That's the only way I've seen dudes actually do that. Is either they have their flag in their back pocket, they got their beads on, or they got something on their wrist, or maybe their colors, but their colors can be something else. But what is Ja proving? I'm lost with this dude, man. I'm done with Ja Morant. Ja Morant, you did it to yourself. Now he is suspended from all basketball activities. And what I'm waiting for is if Ja Morant gets thrown out of the NBA and the Memphis Grizzlies void his contract, I'm wondering all the people that are going to come out here and say, oh, poor Ja Morant, the NBA did it to him. The NBA, not that Ja Morant did it to himself. Somebody said, what did he do? For the people asking, a report has come out via Adrian Wojnarowski, and a statement was released by the NBA. I'm going to pin it right here. And it says, released today, media release, May 14th, Memphis, Tennessee. We are aware of a media video involving Ja Morant. He has been suspended from all team activities pending league review. We have no further comments at this time. He's been suspended because Dum Dum over here was in a car driving around. Apparently, he flashed a tool in the video, and the dude riding next to him also was doing this in the video after knowing that this dude just got suspended 2 months ago for the same thing. Ja Morant is an idiot. There's no other way to describe it. We can't use, oh, he's a young guy. Nah, he's not young no more. Because I think by saying that Ja Morant is young, it's like we're trying to basically say all young people are dumb. And that's not true. There are a lot of 23-year-olds that don't act like Ja Morant that play in the NBA. He's the only one. Even Steven Jackson, who is actually thorough, he never did nothing like this to what Ja Morant's doing. He never did. Charles Oakley and all of these guys, they never went down to this level. So somebody just asked, so what is Nike going to do? We're going to have to wait and see. But trust me, I got a lot more to say about this stuff. He wasn't just singing in his car and happened to have a gun. Are we sure he's not assuming he's a gang member? Seems like, I don't know what he's assuming. I don't know what they're assuming. All I know is that I'm not going to put myself in a position where people will start assuming one thing or the other about me and mess up my money. Why would I do that? Why would I throw away hundreds of millions of dollars to prove that I'm hard? To prove that I'm hard. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Most bosses, they're not doing anything themselves. They have other people doing it. The real power never does really anything. They give orders. They don't do anything, really. They have people that do that. So what is Josh showing that what he's about to, what is he proving? I'm done with this. I'm done with this dude. I'm done with him. I am done with this dude. I'm not defending him no more. I'm done. These are my thoughts. Thank you. The Grizzlies are a clown show. Dylan Brooks, they are a clown show. Appreciate they are, because they are encouraging this. I'm done with this dude. Thank you guys for being a part of this live, man. We catch y'all on the next one.